is your boy again, Kunle Ologun. So finally, K90 channel has been able to catch up with the presidential candidate for Labour Party in Nigeria. We had an extraordinary time with this presidential candidate, the person of the former governor of Anambra State, His Excellency Peter Obi. He explained a number of things to K90 in an exclusive interview. But two things that struck me completely during that conversation, during the interview with him, are two things that I want to share with you. I'll be sharing the first one with you now, and after you finish watching our interview, I will share the second one with you. The first thing that resonated in me from the conversation I had with him, and by the way, this is off the camera, so you're not going to see this in the interview that I had with him. The first thing that resonated in me was the humility. He said he is jobless alongside all other presidential candidates in Nigeria. As we know, Atiku Abubakar and Bola Ahmed Tinubu are also vying to become the next president of Nigeria come February 2023 during the election. But this man stood out for me in terms of humility. He said himself, alongside all other presidential candidates, they are all jobless. He cited an example using analogy of Nigeria being a company, and we, the Nigerians, are the stakeholders. You are a stakeholder, I'm a stakeholder. We are the owner of the company, and we are looking to hire a new CEO to manage that company. And he said they are jobless, those presidential candidates, and that they are looking for our support. That they want us to hire them. They have presented themselves before us, and we should review them based on their past achievement and the credibility based on their antecedent. This for me is one of the highest level of humility that I've ever seen in someone who is intending to become the next president of Nigeria. You will go a long way to see this in anyone that is willing to become the president of Nigeria. The humility stands out for me because you don't get that often for any Nigerian presidential candidate to say he is jobless, he's looking for you, Nigerian people, to hire him into an office. That is how it should be. For me, people that are serving in the public office, they are public servants. They are serving the people. And today, it is shocking to know that these people in the aim of affairs, the power in Nigeria, when they are going out, they careless about the people that elected them into the office, and they go out with entourage of sometimes 50 to 100 cars. They should be serving the country. They should be serving the people and not dictate over them and rule over them as if they are dictatorship. But this man's interview with me stood out, and I want you to now take a listen to that interview.
You're welcome to London. A lot of people are agitating for change in Nigeria. What do you think we can expect from your presidency come 2023?
Well, you know Nigeria very well, you know what we're going through now. But our commitment is to bring transformative and purposeful leadership that will start changing the narrative of Nigeria. What we're going to do is simple: provide a leadership that's transformative, purposeful, less transactional, start bringing about a change where you show the securing, uniting Nigeria, ensuring that they move Nigeria from consumption to production. So you'll be like any other country in the world, ensuring the rule of law and order, fighting corruption, and all the rascality we see today.
Thank you so much. And lastly, in terms of security, I was a victim of robbery when I arrived in Lagos from Murikala Airport in 2020. Visited Lagos, I was robbed right from the airport. What is your plan? We see a lot about, kidnapping and all that. What do you think you're going to do differently to bring about security in Nigeria?
We will deal with it decisively by being responsive and responsible. Responsive is that the way we deal with it aggressively, responsibly, that people have to be in charge, and if they're not doing it,
thank you so much, Mr. Peter Obi.
So you can now hear him. I mean, we didn't spend so much time with him, introduced ourselves and quickly went through those, a couple of questions. He's a very, very busy man with tight schedules, but he managed to squeeze out that time for us, and we really appreciate that time. Anyway, but again, you've heard him. He's got so much plans for Nigeria, and he's willing to humble himself and drive things forward, change the economy, in terms of security, tackle the insecurity in Nigeria, different forms. And he's got so much plans, clearly. The title of the second analogy is "Don't Give Up on Nigeria." He told me a story off the camera now, this second one as well. He told me a story of how he boarded a Uber in the state in America, and the Uber driver was lamenting about Nigeria. This person happened to be a Nigerian, and also he was working 2 jobs in America, and this guy kept lamenting about Nigeria, that he has given up on Nigeria. There's nothing good that can come out from Nigeria anymore. That he's fed up of the governance, bad governance, people stealing money, the leaders, the presidents, all the ministers and all sort of people in the helm of affairs are stealing. They're siphoning Nigeria's wealth. That he has given up on every one of them. And he did mention that there was one person that was being announced everywhere now. His name is Peter Obi, and they said that man is good, but he doesn't see that man has been given the chance, that they will never allow him to get there, no matter what he is doing. He seems to be popular on the social media or in the presence of people now, and that they will not give him the chance to become the next president of Nigeria. And he said he was trying to convince the man that you can't give up on Nigeria. Do you still send money home? He said yes, he does send money to help his family. He sends money home, he supports people back home in Nigeria. And he now said to him, that is why you cannot give up on Nigeria, because you are a stakeholder. Every decision that is taken in Nigeria matters a lot, and it should be mattered to you because you are a Nigerian, and you will be traveling home as well. Do you travel? He said he does travel home as well. So until he finally got to the point, he now said, what if I tell you I am the Peter Obi? And the Uber driver quickly looked back. It's like, what? You are Peter Obi? And he did park the car and say, wow, this is extraordinary. Okay, what are you doing in the state? And he was now speaking to him and said, no, just drive. As we are running late for where we are going, just keep going, I'll be speaking to you. And he was able to convince that Uber driver, and the Uber driver said he will be going back to Nigeria in February to go and vote. I'm not asking you to vote for Peter Obi or Atiku or Tinubu, but what I want you to know is every decision that is made in Nigeria will either directly or indirectly impact you. You cannot say you don't care. But whichever way you can contribute, whichever way your voice can be heard, you need to think about it. Contribute. You are a key stakeholder in Nigeria. All Nigerians across the globe, irrespective of wherever place you get to, you are a key stakeholder in Nigeria. And I give you a good example. If you say everything does not matter to you, think about your people back home there. Think about the time you will travel and you are insecure. If you don't elect the right people into governance, and the issue of insecurity is of the past, how will you travel from any part of the world that you are and go to Nigeria and feel safe? That will not happen. So don't say you don't care. There are many other areas. You send money home, look at the exchange rate, the economy, the people, the insecurity, a lot of other things that you can think of. You need to be part of it. Do your bit, because every little helps. Decide who you want to vote come 2023 presidential election in Nigeria. We pray that the will of the people will prevail and the right candidate will emerge as the next president of Nigeria, and also that it will be a free and fair election by God's grace. There was another interview we had with the national chairman of Labour Party, that is Peter Obi's party, Barrister Julius Abore. You should watch that in the other video as well. We had a chat with him, we had a catch up with him. It was really, really good. He explained a lot to us, and when the party was formed and things like that, I didn't know until I had that interview with him. You may want to watch it as well. If you have not subscribed to K90 channel on YouTube, please kindly do so. Also, please don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I remain my humble self, Kunle Ologun. Thank you so much for watching this, and bye for now.